Today I'm going to be showing you how to make a budget sheet on Google Sheets. So I have already laid everything out. I have my expenses from last month, and this is the price. This is the amount that I spent to keep up with my machines, my cardio, my elliptical machines, my loose equipment, free weights, first aid, advertising, keeping up with the locker room, our computer system, office supplies, and then other miscellaneous things that don't really fit into any of these other categories. So for the first one last month, these are going to be the numbers that I spent on these things last month. My allotment is my summary or my estimation of what I think I will be spending on March 2019, which is up here. My soft total is what I actually ended up spending in March of 2019. So most of the prices are either the same, if not a little bit lower, which would result in my balance left over. So for example, here on my machines to keep up for this month, I expected to spend about 300. I did spend about 300, so I have none left over. But in the case of my elliptical machines, I expected to spend 200. I ended up spending 245. Oh, that's backwards. So I thought I would be spending 245. I ended up spending 200, so my balance left over was 45. So now that I have all of these numbers filled out, what I come to is the bottom. It's kind of a second chart that I've created, almost like a little summary of everything that I have here. This is just more detailed. Everything is broken down into individual categories, and this is just going to be kind of a summary of everything. So just to show one of the features that you can use on Google Sheets that's really helpful, as an example for my allotment, which is going to be the total sum of all of these numbers that go horizontally. I'm going to start by clicking the equal key. I'm starting to click sum, which is here. And then in order to get that, I'm just going to click and drag. I'm going to highlight all of the numbers that I want to add together. And once I have done that, I've hit enter, and that enters nicely into my allotment. So in total, all of these are going to equal 16,445. And then I've already done that for spent, which was my soft total, because that's what I ended up spending. So the sum of all of these numbers here is going to be 14,865. And you'll notice, like, if I change any of these, so if I were to go up here and change this to 275 and hit enter, my allotment number has now changed and gone to 475. In fact, I'll do something a little bit more drastic so you can really see the difference. If I were to change it from 200 to 1500 and hit enter, now my allotment is much, much bigger. So let me just go ahead and fix that really quick. Okay, so anyway, my balance is going to be what I have left over. So this is what I thought I would spend, this is what I spent, and so this is what I saved. This is going to be my total expenses that I spent on last month. So this is going to be the sum of all of these numbers in this category. I have my income that I received in total, as well as my last month's income, what I actually received last month. And then over here we have gain loss is the last box I need to fill in. So that's just going to be the sum of these two numbers, my month start of my checking and my savings account, minus the sum of these two numbers, which is my month's end of my checking and savings account. So in order to do that, I'm going to do the same thing like I would for the others and start by hitting the equal key. Except this time I'm going to open parentheses and I'm going to click this. I'm doing minus 18,000, close parentheses. I'm sorry, that's actually plus. Plus 18,000, close parentheses. Now we hit minus, open parentheses again, month end, plus month end, close parentheses, and we hit enter. So now we know that my gain loss is 15,030. And so last but not least, another really nice feature of Google Sheets is how easily you can organize everything. So I'm going to go ahead and color coordinate some stuff just so that it's a little bit easier to read, a little bit easier to understand. It looks a little bit more professional looking. So let's see, for our categories, in order to change the color, I'm just going to highlight all of the ones that I want to change. I go to the little fill color and I'll do a nice, let's see, is this too bright? That's a little bright. We'll do a little softer. How about even softer? Okay, lovely. And then again for these, I will do the same color. Same, yeah. And then since this is an entirely different category, I'll do a whole different color. And fill. And once more. Last but not least. Okay, so now everything is organized. You can read everything really clearly. I have, it's very clear this is of this month. I have a title. I have a summary down here of everything that went on in this month, and then my detailed summary of this month as well.